Hi everyone, Scott Winard from Let's Do Bonsai. Today we have Grow It bonsai trees. Looks like a nice simple little kit. Plant, water, grow. Nice and simple. So we'll open it up. On the back it gives some idea of what's inside the pack. We've got some core pots, some peat discs that we're going to add water to. There is 4 packets of mixed bonsai seeds, and then the 5 starter coconut husk compost discs, 5 wooden planter markers, and your growing instructions inside. So we'll quickly get into this box. There we have our 5 husk pots and 5 discs. We have a comprehensive instruction booklet. We have a packet of bonsai mix seeds, a packet of bonsai mix seeds, a packet of bonsai mix seeds, and a packet of bonsai mix seeds. We have 5 sticks for identification, and that is it. Nice small box, seeds, pots, identification, and a comprehensive instruction booklet. So if we take a quick look at the instruction booklet, this exciting gift box contains the real seeds of living plants for you to grow and nurture. Inside this box you will find everything you need to start growing your bonsai trees. Yep, pots, soil and seeds. As plants are living organisms, factors such as temperature, water, light and nutrients in the soil can significantly affect their growth. Therefore, it is important to read the specific growing hints for your plants in order to care for them properly. This pack contains enough seeds to have 2 attempts at growing your bonsai trees if your first attempt is unsuccessful. So, let's do bonsai. So the first thing it gives us is the sowing instructions. It says sow indoors at any time of the year. Place the seeds evenly in the soil at a depth of 0.3 of a centimetre, so 3 millimetres, or 0.1 of an inch. Hi Nigel. Just for everybody's benefit. Nigel. Oi. He seems to be a bit camera shy, but he's going to sit at the table nonetheless, just to be part of the show. So it says to sow them at a 0.3 centimetres depth or 0.1 of an inch. Ideally, after sowing in the core pots, seal in a thin polythene bag and place out of direct sun but in good light at 55 to 65 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 13 to 16 C for 2 to 3 weeks. Now I've had this before in another kit and we did get one small sprout come up before putting it into stratification. So maybe if we'd have stratified it, that seed may or may not have come out, who knows, probably would have done, but this is probably to get quicker results before, we put it in for stratification. So after the 2 to 3 weeks, if anything's come up, obviously we're going to work with those seedlings. It says to then place in a refrigerator, not a freezer, for 3 to 6 weeks. After which, return to the recommended germination temperature of 15 to 18 degrees centigrade, which is 60 to 65 degrees Fahrenheit. It is important that a covered seed container is never placed in direct sunlight. Ensure the soil is moist. So keep it in a bag for the humidity and make sure that the soil doesn't dry out. It gives a core guide Core pots are included in this pack to help get your plants off to a healthy start. Coir is a natural material that comes from the husk of a coconut. As well as being convenient, coir is natural, sustainable and biodegradable. The coir pot is an ideal starter pot for growing your plant. So to get started, stand the coir plant in a waterproof container and then put the compost disc inside the pot and add around 100 ml of water. As soon as you add water to the disc, it will expand rapidly, creating moist coir compost that fills the pot. This compost provides a nourishing environment for germination, but you will need to add nutrients for the actual plant growth. Repeat for each of the pots. The coir pot can be planted outside or displayed inside. However, where you decide to grow your plant should depend on its needs. If the seeds are not grown in the correct environment, then they are likely to die. If the plant is suitable for outdoor planting, then the pot should be planted underground. When planted underground, the pot will decompose naturally within 2 to 3 months. The coir pot also makes an ideal starter pot for indoor use and will remain sturdy for 9 to 12 months. However, it will need to be replaced with a more rigorous pot as the seeds germinate and seedlings begin to emerge. So we'll stand it in its coir pot to start off with, and if it starts becoming a bit fragile, we'll just pop it into a little plastic pot just to keep it together. We hope you enjoy your Grow It gift. To see an update list of the other exciting products in this range, please visit the website, which is, I will add to the comments below. So I have 100 ml of water here. We have the seeds. I don't think we quite need the identity sticks just yet. I will have a look at getting these pots out of this plastic bag. We'll select one of these pots. One disc. And we'll add the water to the disc. I will just get a waterproof container first. So I'm running short of things to put things in, so I've got my little Kew Gardens tea mug here. A lovely little mug that was bought. I do like cups of tea. Bought from Kew Gardens and stamped by the Royal Botanical Gardening Kew. Just see if you can see that there. So we'll pop the husk into there and we'll just add the water and it should expand quite quickly. So after that complete debacle of putting it in and soaking it up, my recommendation would be not to put it into one of these pots and drop one of these in. I would leave that to one side. I would get a pot of some description. I would then separate one of the discs, put that into the waterproof pot, add that to 100 ml of water and just let that soak up the water and then drop it into the pot. There's still lots of water in the bottom of this cup. I've been teaming and ladling it between the jug and the cup and it just passes straight through, and it's quite difficult to ensure that you know, the water gets into the top part of the soil. So it's probably best to soak the soil first and then drop it into the husk pot. So we'll take one of our seed sachets and just lay our box down, and if we open it up, hopefully we'll get to see what seeds we may have. Okay, so they're very small flat seeds. They all seem to be relatively the same. They're probably there does actually look to be about 2 or 3 different types in there. There's probably some elm type seeds. There's definitely quite a few pine looking seeds, and probably some mimicifolia seeds in there. But we'll just concentrate on this one husk at the moment. We'll save these for another attempt with these 4 seed packets, and we'll just drop the seeds into the top of these husks. They're probably not going to need too much stratification. These will probably germinate without too much effort. We'll just push them into the soil so that they can be covered by the fibre of the husk that's there, and we'll try to make sure to get the husk over the seeds, trying not to obviously damage the seed as well. But there were quite a few, so if they do happen to grow out of here, we're going to have quite a few coming through all at the same time. So I'll use the little plastic bag that it's come in. I'll lift it out of that pot. We'll drop it into there, and we'll just fold it over, allowing it to breathe, and we'll place that in a north facing window, so it'll get a little bit of sunlight in the morning, but then throughout the day it will get all the natural light, and it will hold the water and condensation, so it should be a nice humid environment for it to be in. We're not going to do anything with these ones just yet. We'll let these run for 2 to 3 weeks, and we'll see what comes of it. So I'm just going to put a label on to say when and what happened here. So this is from the Grow It kit, and we've planted this on the 7th of October 19. And we'll just drop the sticker around the edge, just so we can remember what it is, at least what kit it was. Now, I did just have a look at a few seeds, and looking at what went in there, I do have some garden jasmine here, which look quite similar. I do have some brown fig, which looks similar. Some American elm, it looked as if there was potentially some elm in there. There was probably the mimicifolia in there. Oh, we have some silk cotton seeds here. We'll have to do something with these at some stage. Yeah, I've got a number of seeds that have been sent to me. So we'll get these on the side for 2 to 3 weeks, see if we get anything sprouting. If not, they'll go into the fridge for stratification for a further 3 to 6 weeks, and we'll see what comes from that. So this has been Let's Do Bonsai. I'm Scott Winard, and we'll see you again soon.